season 2 of Wind Down the Weekend. I'm so excited to finally be here. It's been a long time. We did 15 episodes in season 1. We're finna go hard in season 2. Half of it's already recorded, so yeah, don't play with me. I'm ready to get back to business. I'm back on my Zoom thing. We about to step in. So thanks for riding out with your girl. Thanks for holding it down. We're back in action. I'm ready to handle business. We're gonna get into so many things in season 2. We're gonna get into the drama. We're gonna get into the deep stuff. We're gonna get into the growing, the journey, all of that. And of course, we have some lovely guests. I'm so excited to introduce y'all to some of my new people, new friends, new homies, all of that. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of the things in season 2. And I'm so excited to have y'all by my side. So make sure if you have not at this point, you need to get on your Zoom. You need to subscribe. You need to like. You need to comment. You need to do all of that. Follow me on Instagram at hostile.key. You can do that on all socials. You can find me everywhere. So yeah, tap in. Type in. Because I mean, if you're not tapping at this point, what's going on? You in the season 2 of my little shows. Not a little show, my big show. And you're not following me. You're not subscribed. Get it together. So yeah. And I'm also gonna post a little snippet because I had been in recorded season 2 opener 2 months ago. Yeah. So here's a little snippet of that. Hey y'all, it's Kiara and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And welcome to season 2 of Wind Down the Weekend. Snippet of that, cause that look, yeah, I ate that. But that video, we can't release that. We got into too many of the things. So long story short, thanks for riding out. I'm so excited to be welcoming y'all, welcoming myself into this journey for season 2. So much is happening, so many things are changing. And I'm just excited to be here, honestly. I really am. As you can see, it's the fall. We're in a whole new season. Right now we're in our fall attire. It's giving essential sweatsuit. As you can see, no bundles today. It's giving braids. It's giving braids that just came back from my trip, but we're gonna get into all of that. So, first things first, of course, we have our drink talk. I know y'all probably like, Kiara, why are you drinking a mimosa? Babe, and I want y'all to know, this is not morning, it's not morning time. It's not 8, it's not 10, it's not 11 in the morning. It is literally 1 a.m. And I made myself a mimosa because this is what I had chilled in my fridge at this point. It was either this or Douce. And we know, Douce too much. Douce finna take it too far. So I said, let's do a mimosa. It's giving a fresh start. It's giving, you know, something light. Go to bed, wake up, and I'm good. So, you know, yeah. Anyways, today we have a mimosa, cute little bottle of Prosecco. Of course, we have the orange juice. I'm gonna get into this. I hate when it be water at the bottom of a glass, and then next thing you know, it done drip onto your clothes. Nevertheless, the mimosa's fire. It's a lot of orange juice in this one just because I've really been on a little orange juice kick lately. So, yeah. So typically, we like the mimosas to be a little lighter than that. Anyways, we got a mimosa for the day and it's great. So this wind down is different than the other ones. It's kind of similar to the one I did at first. Or maybe one that I've done previously where it's just I'm giving y'all a life update. Because for those of y'all that been down since the beginning, you know this was originally all about my growth journey in life and all of that stuff, which was cute. But the wind downs really just kept me going. So we're gonna circle back on that for season 2 opener. We're gonna talk a little bit about vulnerability. And we're also just gonna give a full life update. So as many of y'all have seen at this point, I've been outside. I've literally been having it my way. Most definitely. And I love that for me. So I've been outside. I've been going to different events. I've been going to like little festivals, little art shows. I've been going to I've been traveling. Yeah. It's giving a well-traveled babe. Okay, I'm not gonna do too much. I haven't gone anywhere serious, but I have been traveling, so we're gonna celebrate that because typically I've been at home. But I've really been outside, y'all. Like I've really been out here having fun. Like, and typically I don't enjoy outside. Like typically I'll be like, I wanna be at home, I wanna be chilling, I wanna be laying up on my couch watching TV. But I've really been outside having a good time, like linking up with people I typically wouldn't link up with, linking up with family more often. Like I've just really been outside and enjoying all of the things that come with that. Meeting new people, hanging out with new people, having new experiences. Like it's really been a top tier experience. So while 2023 has been very difficult, I do have to celebrate the wins that I've had in 2023 too, because we've definitely been outside. Y'all, literally everybody is commenting on it where it's like, Kira, why you be outside so much? Like, you ain't never, it never gave outside. Like, you never gave outside. So what's going on? But yeah, we're having fun. We're having a time. And I love that for me. So that's been going on. I've obviously been in my content bag. So while I've been outside, I'm getting content everywhere I go. Whether I'm getting video content, photo content, content with other people. I've really been on my Zoom. Like, I have posted, I think I counted last, I have 19 posts, like actual profile posts on Instagram. Y'all, let's round of, I just listened to round of applause. But round of applause for the baddest, because I ate that. 19 posts in 1 year back. I used to give y'all 2 posts a year. In a good year. So yeah, I've been on my Zoom. You know, I've been outside. The content is here. We have all of it. We have all of it. So yeah, I've really been doing my thing. I'm really proud of me in that sense. Like I said before, I've been traveling. So I went to Houston earlier this year. I went to San Diego. I just came back from Phoenix, which was so fun. Like, Phoenix was really a top tier travel experience for me. I never want to double back on like a destination, but I will go back. Not Phoenix specifically, but like Arizona at large. So when we went, we did Phoenix, Scottsdale, the Grand Canyon, and Sedona. And I just really had a time, which I had a good time in San Diego too. I will only go back to San Diego though because my best friend lives there. So it's not like San Diego was so much fun, I will go back just to experience it. No. But Arizona was that for me. Like, I would literally go back. We did so many different things. And we just really had a good time. And also, I think it's important, like I talked about on a previous one, you know, it's really important that you make sure you travel with people that you travel well with. Like, y'all need to be on the same page when you're traveling. And like, me and my best friend, we are always on the same page. As well as me and homegirl, they Priya, we are the same. So it's like, when I go out and travel with them, I really be having a good time. I'm going to Chicago next weekend. And then on top of that, I think I'm doing Cincinnati in December or Atlanta in December. I already have trips lined up for next year. Like, yeah, I'm really like, yeah. I don't even know why I'm doing that because we don't even be road tripping. We be flying. Yeah. I'm eating that. Like, I'm really eating that. I'm making sure I'm experiencing life. Like, really, like, on some real shit, you could die any day. So just be mindful of that. I could die tomorrow. Girl, to have a good time today. So, and I feel like that's really been like the overarching theme of like why I've been outside. Like, well, there's a lot of reasons why I've been outside, but half of it is like, you could die tomorrow. Girl, go have fun. Girl, spend that money. Money comes and goes. Experiences are forever. Spoken like somebody who truly budgets terribly. And so all of this year has not been the best though, and I'm not gonna act like it's just been so amazing. So I did experience a huge loss. I lost my grandpa, Steve, this past fall. Well, we're still in fall. It happened late August, and the funeral and stuff was in September. And so that's been a lot for me. That's been one of those like moments where it's just like, it challenged me in the person that I am. And it challenged me to process, to feel, to understand. It just challenged me in general, and it's still challenging me. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I have this sense of tranquility about myself and everything's great. And that's not true. I'm still processing and I'm still trying to understand, what does my grief journey look like. I'm still trying to understand who is my tribe, who is my support system while I go through this. I'm still trying to understand what is this grief, what is grief? Is it a feeling? Is it a experience? Is it a journey? Is it like a one stop? Is this I carry this with me forever? I don't know. So that's something I'm still going through, still trying to understand. And I'm young and I'm trying and I'm learning. And so while I haven't processed that, and I honestly think I began to process it. Like, I feel like every time I try to process it, I'm just like, I can't. But that's something I need to figure out, even on a general scale, by the end of the year. So it's on my agenda. But that is something else that has happened to me. And a lot of people saw me react very differently. So some people saw me react with no emotion. Other people saw me like bawling my eyes out. I don't know, like it just pulled something different out of me. And so, again, I'm trying to process that. I don't know. I don't have no answers. But that has also happened to me in this journey since the last time y'all seen me. I know y'all probably like, Homegirl said episode 1 was going to be a love and hip hop story time. And it was going to be that, but it is no longer going to be that, just because I'm not there no more. That's not me no more. I wish I could say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into I just feel like that is a part of my life that I'm not willing to just lay out there. What started off as like just like a what the fuck moment turned into something very different than that. And I literally just wrapped that up like a week ago. I'm not even kidding. Like I double back and everything. And I strongly encourage you to never double back. It's never worth it. Whoever they showed you they are is who they are. And if a bunch of people said there's something, then they're that. There is no getting around that. And I want y'all to be very conscious of that. I also want you to know your fucking worth. I just want to put that out there. Couple of takeaways. Never double back. Know your fucking worth. Also, number 3 would probably be, don't never let no nigga play in your face. I've never done it. And so when I wrapped it up this time officially, it was all about that. Ain't nobody ever played with me. Ain't nobody ever talked to me out the side of their neck. And that will always remain true. Before you even get there, I'm gonna get you together. Regarding doubling back, I will say this one last thing. I think, because I promise y'all story time, and I truly am not giving it. I really don't have it to give. But what I do want to add is that when I decided to double back on that situation a couple months ago, I was very conscious of that. I wanted 3 things from 3 different versions of me. And so my child self, my inner child, wanted to be heard. You had me fucked up, you hurt my feelings, and I'm gonna tell you about it. I want you to know what you did to me. My teenage self wanted revenge. I'm gonna get you. I don't get God. I'm gonna get you. You finna have your payback. I'm finna say this and this and that. I'm gonna get you together. I'm gonna do to you what you did to me. And then my adult self wanted peace with the situation. I just didn't want, the level of uncomfortability that came with it in May and all the months after. I didn't want that anymore. I wanted peace surrounding the situation. And so what I will say is, in the double bag, all 3 of myselves were served. All 3. And that for me is what brought about closure for that situation. And I will say, every situation you do not need closure. But I do know that you know internally what situations do require closure, because some do. We have to be real. Like, we can't say by and large nobody needs closure. So some situations calls for closure. But I got what I needed. I'm done. And I feel nothing about it, which is very different than previously, where I felt everything about it. I don't know what this is, but I thank God. Shout out to the big dog. So I just want to say that, sometimes you do need closure, and you need to be intentional about what closure looks like for you. So I want to say that. So again, there was a couple takeaways from the story time that y'all never got. And I think that's what was most important about it than anything. I don't think the story time within itself is relevant. I don't even think it's worth talking about. So that's why I'm not getting it. But I do think the takeaways from it are what are important. And I want us to, I think a lot of the things that we go through as women are relatable. We all practically live the same life or similar lives, just different characters, different plots and different time frames. Well, not different plots, different characters and different time frames. But for the most part, we have similar plots. Different orders, similar plots. So I just want y'all to know, like, it gets better. You just need to be intentional about who you are. You need to be intentional about knowing who you are and what you need. You need to be intentional about knowing when you're done. because a lot of us say, we're done, we're not done. And for me, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm not done. Only to be faced with some more bullshit, because that's what happens. When somebody shows you their true stuff, you gotta believe them. That's it. Give them one time. And when they show you, you fucking believe it. Okay? Because if you don't, you will have hell to pay. It will only get worse from there. People gonna think they can play with you. They gonna think it's a goddamn playground. It ain't never gave playground. It never gave theme park. It may have gave water park. It may have gave water park. It never gave theme park. It never gave playground. So, no ma'am. Ever. So don't let people play with you. That's something I stand on. I ain't never let nobody step on my face and play. I don't play like that. I ain't never let nobody step in my face and get to, I don't play like that. And so yeah, if you gotta get a nigga together, you get a nigga together. Okay? So I encourage you to understand what it is that you need from a situation that you may feel you need closure from. Okay, you need closure. What is it though? What is the closure that you need? Let's be clear, let's be intentional. If you're gonna go back, what is the closure? What do you need? And I'll even go as far as saying this, my teenage self did not have to be served, but she was. Before my teenage self was served in that situation, for like maybe 4 days, I was like, I gotta wrap this up. I was like, I gotta wrap this up or this is gonna get ugly. And I had said that to a number of my friends. I was like, I need to wrap this up for it gets ugly. I was like, it's gonna get ugly. I said, I'm not gonna be able to keep letting things slide. I said, it's going to get really ugly. And they was like, here, wrap it up then. But I was like, I don't want to. And I didn't. And so it had to get ugly. I don't let no niggas play with me. You don't get to say what you want to say to me. You don't get to do what you want to do with me. That's never been an option. It'll never be an option. You're going to get got every time. You're going to get gotten together every time. I do not play like that. And so again, I'm not there anymore. Things are what they are. Things were what they were. Things no longer fucking matter, babe. We are a new woman. I'm a different person. I've been literally 100 different women this year. And this woman, yeah, please. It never gave. I am the fastest get-to-iter that you know. I gets down. I don't play. So yeah, that's done. No story time. I'm sorry. I wish I had it for y'all. I really do. I do not have it for y'all. I really don't. So that's just that. Moving on. I quit my job. And then I unquit my job. So that was a whole process. Again, me learning me understanding me understanding what does my journey look like, where am I supposed to be, when, where, and why. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have my job back. Honestly, staying there has taught me more things about myself, more things about my journey, more things about who I am. So I am back at my job. I never officially left. So like I unquit my job in the midst of my notice. So I literally had like a week until my last day, and then I had meetings and conversations, and then boom, it was like, okay, this is not what God is telling me to do. I need to, excuse me, I'm going to renege on this. You know, so it was just one of those moments, and I'm just grateful that I had an understanding boss, supervisor, and someone that genuinely loves me. Not in a romantic standpoint, obviously, but from a professional standpoint, and wanting to see me become a better person. I appreciate having somebody in my corner. That somebody that wants to see me be my best self, someone that wants to see me be more today than I was yesterday and beyond. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be back at my job. I'm grateful to still be at my job. I'm grateful to still have the impact that I'm having and have had. And I look forward to having more growing pains, but beyond more growing pains, more blessings to come from this experience. And last but not least, I'm growing. Y'all may not be able to tell, I don't know. I hope I'm glowing, you know. I really do hope I'm glowing, but I'm just different. And so that brings me to the whole vulnerability piece, where it's like, like I said before, I have lived 100 lives this year. 100 lives this year, 1,000,000 lives this year. Every day, I feel like I've woken up and I'm a different person. And I love that for me because this is all about growing and becoming. I'm in my 20s, I'm young, I make mistakes, right? I make mistakes. And then sometimes I don't make mistakes. And sometimes I'll make decisions that I'm going to have to learn from. I make decisions that I'm going to have to maybe circle back on. I make decisions where I'm like, wow, I did that. That was fucked up. Let me circle back. You know? And so I'm grateful to be in the space that I'm in right now. And I'm grateful to be so self-aware. I'm grateful to be conscious of the things that I need to be doing to get to where I want to go. And so a portion of that for me is all about vulnerability and my willingness to be seen. And so I'm going to take you on a small journey. I made a post about this on Instagram and I truly meant it from the bottom of my heart. And I really was letting out into my life. Earlier this year, somebody had made the comment of like, I love your life. And when they had said that, it was right after literally like practically everything had been taken from me. So I thought, not in a physical standpoint, actually yeah, in a physical standpoint, like everything had been uprooted, grabbed, snatched, ripped out of my hands. And so when they said that, I was like, oh my gosh, like what? And I was like, while I enjoyed that, I'm like, wow, I love that from a viewer standpoint. You see that I have something that is worth loving and admiring from a distance. But then it also made me realize, what am I portraying to the world that is not necessarily a full experience? I don't want you to ever look at my life and think that I'm having it my way with no woes, no bad. Like, no, it gets bad. And no, there are moments where I'm like, character development, canon moment. Like these are all like real things that happen in my life. And so anyways, I had a groundbreaking moment recently regarding vulnerability. So in the midst of trying to process grief, process the new woman that I want to be, process my future self, I was like, I am not vulnerable. I do not allow myself to feel. And so I started to take myself on a journey of, if I'm not allowing myself to feel, what am I really experiencing? What is it that I'm really having? What interactions do I have? What connections am I building? What is really going on if I'm not actually feeling anything at all? And so I saw a post, I can't remember, it was some celebrity, but I didn't see the celebrity's post. I saw somebody talking about the celebrity's post, and they essentially were saying that you are denying yourself of these beautiful experiences and opportunities, and that is the ultimate pain that you could offer to yourself. It is a larger pain than what any other human could ever do to you. And it really made me stop and think, what have I been doing? Because I have this big 1,000,000,000-foot wall of steel that is 5,000 degrees hot, so you can't even get within an arm's stand of me, or you will literally simultaneously combust, you know? And so I'm like, well, what have I really been protecting myself of? If I'm not allowing myself to experience, I may have actually done myself the ultimate disservice. And so that really stuck with me. And then I realized that in existing in this wall, I'm not allowing myself to be seen. I'm hiding. Even though when people meet me, I was like, oh my gosh, you have a big personality, you're so loud, you're funny, you're exciting, you're just so much, you're bold, you're raw. And I love that y'all experience me in those moments when you meet me. But I'm only showing you what I want you to see. I'm not giving you a full scope of Kiera. Furthermore, I'm not even letting you understand me beyond a couple jokes and me being angry, you know? And so if I'm hiding, I'm not allowing myself to be seen. And so then I started to think about that even from a social media standpoint, where it's like, I'm not even posting. Like I post, but I don't post. I'm like, why? Because I don't want to be seen. I was like, I'm trying to keep myself from being exposed to possible triggers, possible people that can hurt me, possible people that can pain me. And in doing that, I'm denying myself experiences. I'm denying myself opportunities. And so I'm like, why? And what exactly am I protecting myself from? Because in reality, if me denying these experiences is doing the ultimate disservice, is doing the ultimate harm, I've trapped myself with the villain. So what am I really doing? And not that I'm intentionally a villain, I think I'm protecting myself, but I'm not. I'm hiding myself. I'm crawling into myself. I'm not allowing myself to feel many. I'm not allowing myself to understand the situations and the experiences that I have. And so that was just a big moment for me of like, what have I been doing and who have I created? You know? A lot of times the person that we are is somebody that we've created. It's not necessarily somebody you had to be. It's somebody you chose to be. And if I chose this, then how about we unchoose it and try to see this from a different perspective? How about maybe everyone that interacts with me is not out to get me? Maybe everyone that interacts with me is not out to harm me and hurt me. You know, maybe everyone doesn't have the worst intentions for me. And even if they do, that's a part of the human experience. And there are character development moments built into those experiences, and I'm not getting those, you know. And so that really challenged me in the person that I want to be and the person I'm attempting to be, in the ways in which I'm keeping myself from getting there. And so it made me want to be more vulnerable for the sake of character development, for the sake of growth, for the sake of allowing myself to feel, for the sake of experiencing full moments and allowing people to experience me as my full self. So it's just so much that I'm learning to unpack. But I'm on a journey, and I'm excited to see what vulnerability has in store for me. And I think me being vulnerable has allowed me to feel stronger than I have felt in my entire life. You know, hiding behind a wall gave me a fake sense of strength. But being out in the open gives me a real sense of strength. Opening myself up to the possibility of gives me a real sense of strength. It's different. And I had this guy tell me not too long ago, like, vulnerability looks good on you. And I really thought about it coming out. I was like, it really does. I am a different woman today than I have been this entire year. And I'm more confident in this woman than I've been in any other woman that I've ever been. Not just this past year, but in life. And so that meant a lot to me. And I am enjoying this journey. I'm falling in love with this process of learning me and what emotions I have and how do people make me feel and how do I communicate that and how do people respond when I communicate that. That means a lot too, because who do I really have in my corner when I'm ready to communicate? Wow, this made me feel away. This hurt my feelings. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with this. How do you respond to that? Because I'm essentially putting boundaries in place. Or I'm wanting to have a conversation about boundaries. I'm wanting to have a conversation about comfortability. And if that makes you angry, if that makes you feel funny, if that makes you feel peculiar, then that then allows me to really take a true assessment of you. Who do I have in my space? Who am I entertaining? Who do I have or consider a friend or a part of my support group? You know, all of that is important. So, I don't know. I think vulnerability is a lot. Vulnerability is risky. But in complete honesty, I think the risk is worth so much more than what I have deprived myself of. You know, the things that I've denied myself of, that risk that is attached to vulnerability is worth it. I think there is so much more beauty that lies ahead in this journey than what lies ahead in depriving and denying myself of certain things. And so I'm excited. And I'm excited to have y'all like along in that process. All these wind downs is not gonna be about my business. I'm gonna say that first and foremost, but we will do a couple more check-ins, or these things will be unveiled as I have conversations with other people, because a lot of these topics that I'm doing this season are actually about like mental health and love and emotions and feelings and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm really learning to feel. I'm learning to feel. I'm learning to be vulnerable. I'm learning what it means to expose myself to new people, to new experiences, to things that I've never exposed myself to before. So I'm excited. I'm excited to not have to walk around the world and be angry and put on this face and have this guard up. And, you know, like I said before, like I tell people, I feel like I have this steel wall up that's 5,000 degrees hot. And so I feel like at this point in my life, I've been able to identify where the heat's coming from. So I'm like, okay, 5,000 degrees is way too hot. Let's try 100 degrees. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna turn the heat all the way off and I'm just, oh, it's so great. No, it's a process because you're unsure in it. It's like, I want to change, but I don't want to move too fast, you know? And so it's like, I'll turn the heat down a little, and now I need to go contact somebody and figure out how we can, you know, how do we disassemble steel? You know, hey, can you help a homegirl out? You know, so we're slowly undoing things because if you think about it, it's been 26 years of this, you know? So I'm slowly learning to undo things, and that is exciting for me. It's probably like my favorite journey I've been on so far. I'm learning to undo. I'm not racing to undo because there's still some concern that I have, you know. And I've shared this with a bunch of different people, but I think my biggest concern right now is learning, like, who am I without my baggage? Which sounds crazy, right? It's like, well, why would you want to have all this baggage? But if I've always had it with me, this is my sense of comfort. This is what makes me feel as if I'm protecting myself. I'm conscious of all the things that have been done to me. I am aware of the possibility. I'm aware of what you have the potential to be, and I'm not gonna let myself go too far, and I'm not gonna let you get too close, you know? And so there's a level of comfortability in having this baggage with me. And so, like, a lot of people have like, oh, you should do therapy. And I'm like, I do want to do therapy at some point, but I also recognize that I have to do a little bit of work before I get there, because I still have concerns about who this person is on the other side of what I'm in. Is she gonna protect me? Is she gonna hold me down? Does she know everything that I've been through? Is she really gonna make sure we put this bag away, and that the new people, the new support group, the new people that I entertain, the new people that I have in my circle are gonna protect and keep me? You know, I don't know that person. And so while I'm like, yes, therapy, I'm also like, I don't know what that means for me, you know? And so it's a process, and I'm growing and I'm trying, and I'm gonna get there eventually, because I do truly desire to have therapy. I do truly desire to get better and have somebody along the way that can coach me from an outside perspective. But I just know I'm not there yet. I'm working towards that. I'm working towards trusting the person on the other side. I'm working towards making my way over there. You know, it's a process. But right now, it's who am I without my baggage? That's where I'm at. And so it's looking through the bag and seeing what's in there. Do we need all of this? What can we get rid of? Is homegrown the other side gonna let us take maybe a fanny pack? Like, maybe I can't take my backpack, but can I bring my fanny pack? Like, I'm just trying to understand. And it's a growing process, and that's why y'all are here to tune in. But I'm trying, and I'm getting better, and I'm gonna celebrate myself along the way. The little wins are just as important as the big wins. The losses are just as important as the wins, because those losses are lessons learned. And what do those lessons learn mean for me? How has that changed the way that I'm going to moving forward? So all of those things are important. So long story short, I just wanted to get out here and give y'all a life update. And I wanted to chit chat with y'all about vulnerability, because I think it's important to be transparent about where I'm at. We're not still doing the honey bliss thing, but I still do want to be intentional about, you know, the interactions and the relationship that I'm building with my viewers. So thanks for tuning in with your girl. Next week, we are going to drop Big Girls in Dating. It is a fire episode. Honestly, it might be my favorite episode of the season so far. I've only recorded half, but it's a good episode. We talk about some good things. We get into some things, some controversial things, but we're gonna have a good time. So again, comment below, subscribe, like this video. What have y'all been up to? What's going on? What's the life updates for y'all? Have y'all been outside? Are we dating? Are we single? Are we in relationships? Are we married? Are we engaged? Are we having children? What are the updates? Are we going back to school? Have we had a job promotion? What's tea? What's been going on with y'all? I done gave y'all my business, so put me in y'all's. comment below. Let me know what y'all been up to. I'm excited to start season 2. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a time. So yeah. So again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next week.